Good evening, and this will probably be the last video I do tonight about books that I recommend for studying about early African Christianity. And we're going to go into the Nubians. We're going to go into early Nubian Christianity. Dr. Salim Faraj, look this brother up. Your mind will be blown away by what he has to say in the roots of Nubian Christianity uncovered the triumph of the last pharaoh. Notice I said triumph. I did not say somebody captured him and made him a slave. No, no. Nubian Christianity existed perhaps as early as the 4th century AD, because you had the Coptics, you had those Egyptian Christians, especially some of the early Egyptian monks that went up the Nile River to continue to spread the Christian faith into Upper Egypt, and that borderline between Egypt and modern day Sudan, that area of Aswan going to the first cataract on the Nile. This was the beginning of Nubian territory. And the Nubian kings, the Nubian kingdoms, were receptive to the gospel. Nobody came with guns in one hand and Bibles in the other, but these monastics, these monks, began to teach the Christian faith along the Nile River. And in time, you had various kings adopting the faith. And then eventually around the 6th century, you had the Byzantine missions from Emperor Justinian and his wife Theodora, which also coincided with that division between the Oriental Orthodox and the Eastern Orthodox. Nubia was a home to both bodies of orthodoxy, which makes Nubia a very interesting, a very challenging area to study about early Christianity. And Dr. Salim Faraj really uncovers a lot of things about how the monks of Upper Egypt brought the faith into Nubia, and how the Nubians resisted the Islamification of their kingdoms, not just during that initial invasion from the Arab world, but also they resisted Islam up until the 14th century. Up until the 14th century, what we call modern day Sudan was a Christian nation. It was a Christian nation. And really, I can't recommend this book without also recommending an ancient source, and this source is Paphnutius, Histories of the Monks of Upper Egypt and the Life of Onophorius. Onophorius. I'm probably fumbling the word around because I'm trying to hurry up and do this video very fast. But this story of the monks of Upper Egypt gives details about how different monastics went into the Aswan area and began to evangelize and share the faith. And in particular, Onofrius was one of the, I guess you would call him a hermit, and that his teachings were also greatly influencing Nubians and other people who lived just below that first cataract. Again, more evidence that Africans were adopting and believing in the Christian faith long before the advent of American slavery, and that this Christianity, this Orthodox Christianity, had a home amongst our ancestors. Even when even when Orthodoxy split into two different factions, that Nubia became a home for both factions. So again, the roots of Nubian Christianity uncovered, Dr. Salim Faraj. If you get a chance, go on YouTube. Please look this man up because he has some very interesting, very, very interesting history about the Nubian Christianity. And Paphnutius, the histories of the monks of Upper Egypt, another excellent book to get your hands on and to read and to study about the life of early African Christianity. God bless. Christ is born. Glorify him. See you next time.